Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £100, no £200 even, worth of 10p's, which we're hunting through looking for the alphabet 10p's. We need some 2019s ideally. We've never completed a 2019 book as of yet. We have got A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M, N, O, R, T, U, V and X. So 7 still to go, which we've been hunting for a long time. But we started a second 2018 book, having previously filled one of these. We are 2 letters off of completing this. We need H for Houses of Parliament and we need T for the drink tea. So let's get into these bags, see if we can't tick off a few more of these. Okay then, whilst the coin hunt is ongoing, we're going to go through some comments that have been left on my video. So today, as of the video being uploaded, I will be at the Harrogate Coin Fair. Well, I will have been, because it'll have finished by now. In fact, I might even be almost home by the time this video goes up, because it's quite a long drive, but I'm very much looking forward to it. But Monday, I'm at the Reading Coin Club. I'm going to be doing a talk about coin collecting in the digital age, so talking about my YouTube channel and things like that. So if you're out and about near Reading, it's 7 PM the doors open, and I think I start talking about 8 o'clock, so you're more than welcome to come along if you'd like to. Right, Steph left a comment saying that first signed coin looked a bit like Midas. Could be. So no one's come forward about claiming that third signed Benjamin Bunny in the one where I found one of my own signed Benjamin Bunny, so I'm really interested to know who that might be. But it might not be someone that's watched the videos, it might just be someone that's scribbled on a coin, not even a coin collector or any interesting coins at all. John Ferris says, rather than return your unwanted technology coins to the bank, don't you have a local pub that will take them off your hands and save them the cost of buying in change? Quite possibly, yes. I hadn't thought of it, to be fair. When I was back in Basingstoke, a viewer of mine worked at a charity shop and contacted me saying that they always struggled to get change. Would I be able to drop in some change and exchange it for notes? And I was more than happy doing that. But it's not something I've even explored since moving, so potentially I need to go up and down the high street and see who I can supply with some change, because it'll save me some fees and it might help them out, saving them money too. So very good suggestion, I like it. Ryan D683 says, how did peace, prosperity and pepperonis thing start? Okay, oh crumbs. So I think it was a Liz Truss speech. She meant to say Brexit means Brexit, and she said Brexit means breakfast. It might not have been her, it might have been someone else. I can't remember who it was specifically. And so I in my mind then it became the breakfast 50p. And I think it was just a stumbling over the words peace, prosperity and friendship, and I'd went peace, prosperity and pepperonis, and that's how it became peace, prosperity and pepperonis maketh the breakfast 50p. Anyway, that's the condensed version. I'm fairly confident that's how it all came about. Oz Smith says, a very entertaining and surprising hunt. When at all will the Windrush 50p's go into circulation? Very good question. So lots of the more recent coins that have been released into circulation have been fast tracked. So the Royal Mint has their long store. They've got lots of coins. I think it's around £90 million worth of coins ready to go out as required. So the Memorial 50p, the Pride 50p, the Platinum Jubilee 50p, they were expedited into circulation. So they weren't minted, put in the long store to await demand. They effectively jumped to the front of the queue to go out into circulation. It'd be interesting to see whether the Windrush one jumps the queue and gets put into circulation straight away, or whether it's because it was only earmarked going to circulation. That is the recommendation, but the Alan Turing 50p was earmarked going to circulation last year. So there's no guarantee it will. I hope it does. The more commemorative coins that go out into circulation, the better, but not in excessive quantities. We don't need another Benjamin Bunny. Something around a 5 million mintage leaves plenty of space for more coins to be minted for circulation, because I think the more in circulation, the better. Sarah Gooch says, I wish you dated your bunnies and when we would know how long it took him to come home. It's a very good point. When I first saw this, I thought that's a really good idea. The problem being is that I've been signing by Benjamin Bunnies for so long now, it feels wrong to change what I do with them in a way, in a bizarre sort of way. I did think about doing it, but then a lot of the time I don't sign them on the date I find them, and in fact when I find them is normally 2 or 3 weeks before the video actually goes up. So I might date it for a certain date, which means nothing to you guys, because sometimes I am recording a few days before the video goes up. Sometimes I've got a big buffer of pre-recorded videos. So yeah, it was a. I was umming and ahhing about what I could possibly do to sort of people can find a signed Benjamin Bunny and they can see which video it came from. So I'm still working on that, but what I don't want to do is make it into too much of a task for myself, because I don't want to create extra work where it's not required. So I'm still thinking about what I can do about those. Andy says, have you kept a record of the number of bunnies you have signed? Would it make your find the rarest coin you've ever found? Same goes for the grocery. I have no idea how many I've signed over the since I started signing Benjamin Bunnies. I wouldn't even know how to ballpark it. I couldn't even tell you when I started doing it, and I think it was a live stream. I signed some shields, and then that grew into Benjamin Bunny, make Benjamin Bunny better again. So I have no idea. So I've definitely signed less than there are Kew Gardens. So other than some of the NIFCs that I found, possibly is the rarest coin that I found in circulation, but unfortunately it doesn't have the value of the Kew Gardens, does it? ADW says, you should call the signed ones that come back a boomerang bunny. Definitely, I love that term. And if I ever find another Christopher Collect signed Benjamin Bunny, we're definitely calling it a boomerang bunny. Thanks to that comment. Jim Carner 007 says, bet you're glad you never opened those sealed bags of memorial coins now. I certainly am. I feel vindicated in my decision to keep the sealed bags. Not that I'm expecting the sealed bags to be worth an awful lot, because if they are minted up to the maximum mintage, 9.6 million, they're going to be very, very common. There'll be plenty of those bags for people to keep. But I definitely want to keep a sealed bag for my own collection. The second bag, I'm still not sure what I want to do with it over time. Yeah, I can always unseal it or pay it back into circulation. I can't reseal a bag I've opened, and now that I've started finding them, I'm very happy that I kept the bag sealed. Westy says, just a query. With a lot of bank branches shutting, including my local one, I tried getting a few bags of 50p's from my local post office, but they refused as I don't have an account there. Can they do this? I thought they were a public service. I would assume if they are saying you can't do it, it's because it's down to them to decide. But it's a tricky one. I don't really know. Again, I'm not the person to ask about post offices, because I have never used post offices to get and access my change. Back when I was in Basingstoke, my local post offices were less than helpful and less than friendly. So I just never even bothered with them. So the staff that I've had at the various banks that I've used, whether in Basingstoke or now that I've moved, have been unbelievably great. I can be more grateful or positive of the service I get from them. So I don't need to look into post offices and how I get it. My understanding is, as far as I'm aware, with some business accounts you can get change cards which can be used at the post office. And again, I think at the post office you can pay money into your own personal accounts if your bank has an arrangement with them, but like with other high street banks, if it's a personal account, I'm sure they put limits on the amount of coins you can take out or pay in at any one given time, because it costs banks or post offices money to deal in physical cash nowadays, which they're all trying to move away from. So are they a public service? I couldn't answer the question. I can give you what I think might be the answer, but the only way is to, I don't know, dig into the Royal Mail terms of service. Oh, there we go. Y for Yeoman Warder. Amazing. That's 2018. Absolutely stunning. Towards the end of the hunt too. Leo Whitfield says, I got one with a ram/goat on it. I've never seen one before. It sounds like the Isle of Man Lockton ram. It's one of my favourite Isle of Man designs. It's almost like with their definitive design, but it's a really beautiful coin, and I would definitely keep that if I found it. Ian Montgomery says, if you got one of those restrike coins, would you expect it to be in really shiny condition? I think a shiny, so if you see one of the, so basically in 2019 to celebrate 50 years of the 50p, a whole bunch of older designs were restruck for collectors, and I'm trying looking around now for my little cheat sheets that were provided to me, and I've put them somewhere that's not at hand to show you what all the designs are, but watch 50p video, a recent one, and you'll see. So yeah, the old designs were restruck in 2019, so it's dated 2019 on the obverse, so check the dates on those. I think if I saw a a Victoria Cross Heroic Axe that looked in immaculate condition, that would make me a little bit more excited. There's a better chance that is a restrike one because it's not been in circulation as long as an original circulating one, but it doesn't stop that coin having been tarnished or damaged or whatever, wherever it's landed in circulation. But a shiny one I think always makes me go, maybe this time, but it hasn't happened yet. Yet is the key factor. It will happen. Right, one more comment from Andy Clove. Says, think they're fakes. Found a few myself which do look quite convincing, but agree the other posts at the centre of the reverses also aren't quite right. So this was a £2 coin hunt I did, and I got a couple of fake £2 coins in it that the reverses looked really convincing. The technology side of it looked really convincing. It's only because I looked at the obverse, the head side of the coin, that there was enough design detailing missing that I was like, there's something not quite right about this coin, and I think I agree with the majority of people in the comments who also agree that they were fakes. And yeah, I probably should have paid more attention to the security hologram at the center on the reverse, because that would have given the game away a bit more. But it is quite scary how convincing those were if you weren't checking the head side, which you don't always do on coins. But there we go, a couple more fake coins added to my oddities box. With that being said though, let's get back to the coins. Okay then, so in terms of our finds, 2 from Jersey, 1 from Guernsey, which is very cool. Yeoman Warder being a very, very nice find. It's a 2018 one, so sadly not... Oh, what's going on with the lighting here? Hold on. Wife Yeoman Warder, now we can see it. It's a 2018 one. Sadly not one we need for the book, but always a welcome find, even if it is a duplicate we've had before. 2 Kuna from Croatia. We see those from time to time, and then some interesting ones. So this one is definitely, in my mind, an error. It's a clipped planchet. Another 10p fits absolutely perfectly in that little gap, so it's only a minor little error. Is that going to hold much value? I wouldn't have thought so, but it's a cool one. And this one, so it's just this line you can see on the coin. How close can we get? This line, and it's the fact that the line then continues on to the rim of the coin. It might just be a scratch, postman damage, but this is something about it that doesn't look right to be just post-mint damage. So let me know in the comments what you make of that. I would be fascinated to know, because I think there might be more than meets the eye. And it might just be a crack, it might just be a scratch on the face of the coin. I might be making a mountain out of a molehill, or not even a molehill, just a a mountain out of a flat bit of ground. But it'd be fascinating to know what your opinions on that last one is as well, so do leave a comment if you think you know what that is. As ever, there are links in the description to my coin collecting Discord server if you want to come over and join that. Links as well to my other social media channels: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, the PO Box, and of course the Britannia Coin Company, who I work for as my day job making videos for them, so please do check that channel out as well. All it leaves me to do now though is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.